Hello students, subscribers, and viewers. Here is a sample problem video on frames, 2D frames, aided with Excel or by my matrix calculator, or for my students, their matrix calculator if they have finished their matrix calculator. So use your matrix calculator or Excel in determining the support reactions at A and D. E is 200 gigapascals, moment of inertia 1 times 10 to the 9 mm to the fourth, and area 100 mm square for all members. So here is the given figure. Moment of inertia of AB is 2I, BCI, and CD 1.5I. So for the fixed forces, we have W 20, 8 square over 12, so 320 over 3 counterclockwise here, clockwise on the other side. And the supposedly fixed force upward reaction, 20 times 8 divided by 2, so or 20 times 4, that's 80 kilonewtons upward, 80 kilonewtons upward also. Then the global stiffness matrix of an element is ready in the matrix calculator, but if you're allowed to solve it using 4 unknowns only, then the index card is available for using, because it's very difficult to memorize the global stiffness matrix of an element. So you will be allowed to put them on an index card. So this is the generated member's global stiffness for member AB, which is, this is node 1. A, B, C, and D are denoted with nodes 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively. So with member 1, the modulus of elasticity E is 200 times 10 to the 6 kilopascals. Moment of inertia 2 times 1 times 10 to the 9 divided by 1000 to the 4th, so that's 0.002 meter to the 4th. Then the length is square root of 5 square plus 12 square, so 13 meters. Area is 1,000 square, 100,000 square millimeters divided by 1,000 square to convert it to meter square, 0.1 meter square. The sign is 12 because it is 1 to 2, so up to the right, positive 12 over 13, the length is 13. Then the cosine is 5 over 13, both positive. And this is the beta matrix. You're also allowed for the beta matrix, so it will automatically generate by itself using your matrix calculator and Excel. Then for member 2, the length is 8, sine 0, cosine 1. Moment of inertia is 0.001 because it's just I. Area is the same, 0.1. And this would be the generated stiffness of member 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the nodes, important nodes here would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 6 by 6. So there are 6 unknowns. Then for member 3, the sign is negative 12 over square root of 3 square plus 12 square, which is 3 square root of 17. So that would be negative 4 over square root of 17. And this will be the generated stiffness. E, moment of inertia 1.5 times 0.001, so 0.0015. The length is square root of 3 square plus 12 square, or 3 square root of 17 in meters. Area 0.1 square meter, so that's the sign, negative 12 over length 3 square root of 17, or negative 4 over square root of 17. That's the decimal value. The cosine is 1 over square root of 17. That's the decimal value. Cosine is positive because it is from 3 to 4, so it is rightward. Then this will be the generated stiffness of member 3 using the Excel or using your matrix calculator and the beta matrix. Next would be the global forces. So we have 15, negative 80, because these are fixed forces. So 15 is a joint load, so it is automatic 15 at node 4. Node 5, 5, negative 80, and the moment load is opposite, so negative 320 over 3. Then at C, 7, 8, 9. At 7, none, so it's 0. At 8, opposite of 80, so downward, negative 80. Then opposite of clockwise movement is counterclockwise movement, 320 over 3, and the equivalent is positive 106.6667 kilonewton meter. Then intersections of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the cells, this would be the values. 4, 4, for example, is we have 4, 4 here. This value plus that value there should be equal to this. And for students in matrix structural analysis, you know how to find these values. So this corresponds here. Then we have here the unknown displacements U4 up to U9. Then we can now compute these displacements as the product of the inverse of this 6 by 6 matrix and this force matrix here, and the results would be in meter, meter radian. So meter for horizontal and vertical displacements and radians for rotation. And these are the results after using Excel as the inverse of this, the product of the inverse of this matrix and this force matrix here. This will be the generated answers. Then for the fixed forces, only member 2 will have fixed forces. After we compute for the member forces with the guide, then member forces of 1 of AB and CD will be final except for BC, because BC has fixed forces. So you also tabulate it in your matrix calculator. So only member 2 will have fixed forces. 80, 320 over 3 for moment, positive. Then, of course, 0 axial. At right, 80, then negative 320 over 3 or negative 106.667. Because we use this in computing member forces because we have to add the corresponding fixed forces. So as I said, only BC, member 2, will have its member forces not yet final. So to finalize, let's proceed to the next slide. So these are now the generated partial member forces. But as I said, for members 1 and 3, these are final. And only member 2 will have to change its member forces because of the fixed forces. And this would be the final member forces. So for member 1, it's the same. Member 3, it's also the same. Member 2 has changes. From here, we can now compute the reactions at the supports. So I doubt that you really solve the problem, your take-home problem, because the matrix calculator will not automatically determine the reactions except for moments, because that's final. Horizontal and vertical reactions, especially for sloping members. So that's why I intentionally assigned sloping member so that you should know how to compute the corresponding horizontal and vertical reactions. And I think you just use the results in the lecture part. That's why your final answers vary a little with these answers here. So I now apply the axial force 71.284, and that is directed from A to B or 1 to 2. Then we have the shear force, which is positive. So if this is the top fiber, that the direction of that shear force is in that direction, positive 0.9467 kilonewtons. And the moment is the same, counterclockwise, positive 27.812. So from the figure, if I call this theta, AX is the horizontal component of 71.284 minus the horizontal component of 0.9467 because it is directed leftward. So if the slope is theta, then AX is 71.284 cosine of theta, and cosine of theta is 5 over 13, remember, for member 1. 5 over 13. Then minus, because this is leftward, 0.9467 sine of theta. This is theta here. This is the component. So sine theta is 12 over 13. So that's why AX is 26.543 kilonewtons. And that's rightward. AY, on the other hand, both these normal or axial and shear forces are directed upward. So we add. So 71.284 sine theta is 12 over 13, plus 0.9467 cosine of theta, so times 5 over 13. AY therefore is 66.165 kilonewtons upward. Moment, you just copy because it will not change. DX, this is the axial force, and for member 3, it is negative 101.109. Negative because it is directed from 4 to 3, not from 3 to 4. So it is positive here because it is directed from C to D. So positive there but negative there. So meaning to say opposite to that, to the positive direction. And the shear is, because this is the top fiber, it is negative, so it is directed in this direction. So shear, notice negative 17.544. So this is the direction of negative shear, 17.544. So from the figure, dx is negative 101.109 because this is beta. So cosine beta is 1 over square root of 17. Then negative 17.544 sine of beta, and sine beta is 4 over square root of 17. So dx is negative 41.543 kilonewtons. And it is also equal to AX plus 15. 26.541 plus 15 is 41.543 but leftward. So that checks. dy is only 101.109 is positive or upward. Then we have to subtract this component of 17.544. So 101.109 sine of beta, which is 4 over square root of 17, minus 17.544 cosine of beta, which is 1 over square root of 17. So dy is 93.835 kilonewtons upward. And you can check that by summing up forces vertical also. MD, we just copy. Then, let's compare these answers. This should be exactly the same as that of the software. Your answers are not exactly the same with this because I'm sure you use the results in the lecture part, or you use the software, and maybe you're not uh, following the given data here. So these answers are exactly the same with these results here for node 1, AX, AY, and the moment. Node 4, DX, DY, and the moment. And these are the member forces. These are the same. And the computed displacements. But in mm, these are in meters. If you multiply that in meters, it will give us the same results. So that's it for this video.